Good morning, class. Now that you already know how to illustrate sets, universal sets, subsets, and null sets, as well as the set operations, the union of sets, intersection of sets, complement of a set, and the difference of two sets, we are now ready with our next lesson, and that is all about Venn diagrams. So, at the end of this lesson, you are expected to use Venn diagrams to represent sets, subsets, and the set operations. What is a Venn diagram? A Venn diagram is a pictorial representation of sets and their relationship with other sets. Sets are represented using plane figures and closing regions. So pag sinabi po nating Venn diagram, siya po ay representation ng mga sets na ginagamitan ng iba't ibang klase ng shapes. When you were in elementary, ang alam ko, ginagamit ng mga teachers nyo ito sa Filipino subjects as well as the English subjects. So ano nga po ba yung Venn diagram? So later on, malalaman natin kung ano ang Venn diagram. But first, who discovered Venn diagram? So it is the English logician John Venn. He popularized the diagram in the 1880s. Actually, tinawag din po niya yung Eulerian circles after the Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler, who created similar diagrams in the 1700s. Ito po si Mr. John Venn. Siya po ang nagpasikat ng tinatawag natin ngayon na Venn diagrams. So, let us take a look now at the example of Venn diagrams. Yan, ito po. So, ang Venn diagrams po natin, kahit po anong shapes ay pwedeng gamitin. Pero ang most popular shapes po na ginagamit natin are circles and rectangles. So yung circles po, ginagamit natin to represent the given sets. At yun pong ating rectangle, nagre-represent po siya ng universal set. Ayan po. So, tayo po ay gumagamit ng bilog para po mag-represent ng isang set. Ngayon, kung two sets po yung given, gumagamit po tayo ng dalawang bilog. So, in this example, you have here set M and you have here set E. Pwede nyo rin pong isulat dito sa loob yung pangalan ng set. You have set M and set E. Pwede rin po sa taas ng circles. And then, we also have the universal set represented by this. Siya naman po yung ating rectangle. Sakop po niya yung ating dalawang bilog because as we all know, the universal set is the set that contains all the elements under consideration. Di ba po nung elementary po tayo, for example, nagbasa tayo ng story, si Malakas at si Maganda. Ginagamit po natin ang Venn diagram upang ilagay ang kanilang mga katangian. Now, saan po natin inilalagay ang katangian na meron silang pareho? Diba? Dito po sa gitna. At kung ano lang po yung katangian ni Malakas, na wala si Maganda, dito po sa region na ito. At yung kay Maganda lamang po, na wala si Malakas, dito po sa region na ito. Now, we can also use Venn diagrams to represent sets. Kagaya nga po nitong example na ito. So, in this Venn diagram, we can obtain the answers to the following questions. Let's say for number 1, what are the elements of set M? Question number 2, what are the elements of set E? Question number 3, what are the elements of the universal set? So for question number 1, we are asked to find the elements of set M. Now let us take a look at our Venn diagram. This is our set M. You have here the circle representing set M. At titingnan lang po natin ano-ano po yung mga letters inside the circle. And the answer is set M contains O, N, G, R, A, and E. So those are the elements of set M. How about in question number 2? What are the elements of set E? So we just do the same. Tingnan lang po natin yung circle ni set E. What are the letters found inside the set? So the answer is set E is equal to G, R, A, E, and P. And for question number 3, what are the elements of the universal set? So the universal set again is represented by the rectangle. So titingnan lang po natin, ano-ano po ang mga letters na nasa loob ng rectangle. So, di ba, sakop din po ng rectangle yung dalawang circles. So, the elements of the universal set are O, N, G, R, A, E, and P. Aside from finding the elements of the given set using the Venn diagram, we can also find the answers to the set operations using the same figure. For example, question number 4. What is M union E? Question number 5. What is M intersection E? Question number 6. What is M complement? And question number 7. What is M minus E? So as we all know, union means combining the elements of the two given sets. So if we combine the elements of M and the elements of E, we will get this answer. M union E is equal to O, N, G, R, A, E, and P. How about for number 5? M intersection E. Again, intersection means the common elements between the two sets. And what are the common elements here? Correct. So the M intersection E is G, R, A, and E. And for question number 6, what is M complement? So what is a complement again? Those are the elements found in the universal set which are not found in the given set M. So if this is set M, alin po dito ang nasa universal set na wala sa kanya? And the answer is letter P. And for the last question, question number 7, what is M minus E? So if this is set M, we are going to subtract set E. So mawawala po si G, R, A, and E. And the remaining letters would be O and N. So that is how we use the Venn diagram in finding the elements of a given set and in finding the answers to the different set operations. Now, what if the Venn diagram is not given and we are tasked to draw or construct the Venn diagram? Just like for this example. Let's say you are given the universal set contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then set A contains 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And set B contains 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. How are we going to construct the Venn diagram for the given sets? First, examine the two given sets A and B. As you can see, they have intersection. And those are 2, 4, and 6. In this case, if the two sets have intersection, we draw the Venn diagram like this. So this is for set A, and this is for set B. They are overlapping with one another because they have intersection. So you have here the universal set. And then now, let's place the elements in their proper regions. So we will start with the intersection first. So you have here 2, 4, and 6. Okay, you write 2 in the middle in the intersection region and then 6. And then after writing the intersection, let us go with set A. You have here 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. We already wrote 2, 4, and 6 here. So we are going to write 1 and 5 in this region for set A. And for set B, we already wrote 2, 4, and 6. So what's the remaining numbers? You have 3 and 8. And then lastly, check the universal set. You have numbers 1 to 8. So are those numbers all written inside the rectangle already? So there's one missing number, and that is the number 7. So number 7 does not belong to A and does not belong to B. Meaning to say, hindi po siya nasa loob ng A, hindi rin po siya nasa loob ng B. So we will place 7 outside the two circles. Pero sakop po siya ng rectangle, which is the universal set. So in this case, number 1, if the two given sets have intersection, we are going to call them joint sets. For example, number 2. Let's say you are given the universal set contains mango, bignay, suha, and duhat. And then set G contains mango and duhat. And set K contains suha and bignay. So let us examine. As we can see, they do not have any intersection. So if the case is like that, we draw the Venn diagram like this. Yan. Hindi po sila magkadikit kasi wala naman silang intersection. So this is for set G and for set K. And let us now write down the elements of set G. Mango and duhat. How about the elements of set K? You have suha and bignay. And then let us check the universal set. Meron po bang nawawalang prutas sa universal set natin? So dahil wala po tayong isusulat sa labas ng dalawang circles. If this is the case, na hindi po magkadikit ang ating circles, we call these sets as disjoint sets. Meaning to say, the two given sets have no common elements. And for the last example, let's say you are given the universal set contains Anna, Fe, Gina, Jeru, and Zion. And set S contains Jeru, Anna, and Fe. Set T contains Fe and Anna. First, let us examine the given sets S and T. As you can see, the elements of set T, Fe, and Anna are also the elements of set S. Ibig sabihin po, masasakop po ni set S si set T dahil si Fe at si Anna ay parehong matatagpuan sa set S. So if this is the case, our Venn diagram will look like this. Ayan, malaking bilog po si S at sakop po niya si T. So what are the elements of set T? You have here Fe and Anna. So makikita niyo po, sakop din po siya ni S, si Fe and Anna. But we have to add Jeru in set S. So we will write Jeru in this region. Si Jeru po ay wala sa loob ni set T. Siya po ay nasa loob ni set S. And then lastly, let us check the universal set. Sino-sino pong tauhan ang nawawala sa loob ng bilog? You have Gina and Zion. And we are going to write those names outside the two given circles kasi wala po sila sa set S at wala din po sa set T. They belong to the universal set. Now, if this is the case, if one set, sakop po niya yung isa pang set, we call that, as we can recall, that is what we call the subset. So in symbols, set T is a subset of set S. So that is how we are going to use Venn diagrams in representing set operations and subsets. So I hope you gained something from this video and I wish you good luck in answering the exercises found in your modules. Have a good day.